Hey, Mr. Alistair. How you doing this morning?
Yeah, that's me. I'm doing well.
Have you seen what I did at the place? I've added some, I set up the gunner racks.
Yeah, I see that. Very nice. I just took a holster if that's alright.
That's no worries.
And placed one of the spare clocks that I found.
Just try to make sure everything stays organized. How you doing, Alistair? Quite the day yesterday, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I got to do some,
Hectic.
scavenging. You wanna come along?
Yeah, sure. Anybody else around, or is it just the two of us?
I believe it's just the two of us at the moment. You left the gate open.
Yes I did. I was gonna, come back out anyway.
Alright.
I'm assuming the Glock 19 takes 9 mil.
Yes.
Yeah, thought so. You mind if I take some for the one mag that I got?
I think, I might be saving that 9mm for, trading purposes, for Mr. Wilson. Get us better guns.
Alright, I understand.
I'm thinking we should go to, there's a place I want to go to if you want to come along. We can take a drive there. I was thinking about checking out Palova military, not Palova, but the Palova city. And I was thinking about going to, Balota for a bit.
Yeah, right. I've got these spare gun parts.
How's it going?
Not sure if you want to trade them.
I just Lexi, right? Lex?
Lex.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'll put these away, Mr. Alistair.
Yep. You alright?
The backpack for me.
Hello?
And she said he'd sort it. And all my stuff was in a box sitting next to me in the building over there. And when I woke up, it was gone.
Was the building
All right.
secured?
I don't know, but the door was wide open.
Was it this building right here, perhaps?
No, it was the one over here.
It looks like it's not finished. So somebody probably broke in and took it.
Great.
We're about to hit the we're about to do a supply run. If you want to come along, Lex, we're gonna go to what's it called? Fucking Russian names. Palovo.
Pavlovo?
Yeah, Palovo. We're gonna be heading there. There should be a new trade outpost there, and we're gonna be heading there shortly. Let me check in here real quick. I want to make sure everything's good in this building.
Well, at least I've got a tin of peaches.
You know, that's better than nothing.
I think this is a security guard room. They need to put a better lock on it.
Yeah, I think it's only a 3 combination.
Yeah, I just took it off. I think I need to take a nap for a second.
Yeah. I feel like we're all gonna get a sleepy spell.
There we are. Let's get ready for the journey. Here's all right. Make sure the car's ready. Some shovels in it. I don't think we need the shovels inside the vehicle at the moment. Let's prepare for our journey.
Oh. Hello.
Morning.
Good morning.
Mind me. Come on in. Not the door I wanted.
We are. One of the boys made the car more fuel efficient or something because it's quieter.
It's dead silent. What the fuck?
Yes, it's quite interesting, but I think it's nice for communication while driving. But it's a little eerie. It's like almost a Prius. Okay, I'll get the door.
Alright. I was gonna get it.
I don't bother yourself, Alice. Don't worry about it.
You won't know?
Here we are.
The door. Alright, so, where we're going?
We're headed towards
Pavlovo.
Pavlovo. Yes, there's a town there. I believe it's becoming a trade hub. So we're gonna head there.
Right.
The walls here were a little wonky. I've noticed. It was more meant to be a box, so that there's a gateway in front of this little tracker here. Watch out for the buyers.
Ugh. Gross.
Yeah, they're quite suicidal, I suppose. Like to run into the car. Hey, this windshield fixed. Maybe somebody will open up a car shop one day, or one of the boys can get together and fix it. I would hate for it to remain cracked. Sometimes it's hard to see.
Alright, I'll get the gate.
If you would please, Ansel, thank you very much. And do mind yourself around that biter.
Hold up.
Ugh.
Should be just safe inside here.
Fucking beat it.
All right.
If you want to go through, I'll close it behind
I can leave it open.
us. Alright, okay.
Max says he'll give me driving lessons.
Maybe.
Well, that's nice, though.
The car. These cars aren't his, so he shouldn't be doing it in a company car.
No, not in your car.
Okay,
Just
okay.
in a car.
Very good. It's a good one to drive. It's a little easier these days, the road being less crowded, but you still need to be careful of certain kinds of weather and knowing the, I guess, not really the laws of the road anymore, but being aware and so on, and using your mirrors and all those things still matter. But I guess the traffic laws don't really matter anymore. You can go as fast as you like, as long as you feel it's safe.
Cool.
But you're a flying death machine, basically, and crash at high speeds is pretty much a guaranteed gruesome death. And there's no hospitals or ambulances or jaws of life to rip you out of the car once it crashes that badly.
Yeah, and there's also flesh-eating zombies outside, so let me take my pick. Die in a car, death by zombie. Which would you pick?
I'd pick the death by nothing. I prefer not to die.
Yeah, but if you had to.
I don't like to put myself in those situations. But I suppose I always make an effort to try to live a different direction. Away from gruesome death. Yes, old age, perhaps.
How old are... blah, 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 blah. I can really talk. How old are you, anyway?
I'm only a young 57. Not too old. Not some...
He's in his prime.
There's Leon. There's fairly old himself. There's a man I met today. He's 77. Timothy is basically dust. I am starting to feel the effects of old age, though. Unfortunately, I started at my late 40s, and as soon as I started into my 50s, I started to realize I'm digressing instead of progressing.
Don't most men? They sort of have a little boy's disease.
Oh, what was that?
They don't really grow past the age of 10, and then they just go backwards.
I think that's just a what's it called?
I think that's
a thing from the past where it's an ideology or something. I believe people are all capable of the same things. It's just the way society builds them to be. Let's see. It's not reckoned to these barriers here.
Hello.
There we are.
I think worst case scenario, going back to whether you would like to die in a car or die being eaten by zombies, is being severely hurt in the car from a crash and then being eaten by zombies. So you're getting a double whammy.
Yeah, especially if you
Yeah, that
roll
would
it.
suck. Oh, fuck! I lost my pistol.
I get you another pistol, young ma'am.
Man.
I said, ma'am. Ma'am.
Right.
Sometimes it's hard to
Might
hear his
want to change
accent.
that. You might want to change the phrasing to Miss
Young miss, yeah.
or just Lex.
Lex is fine too.
Just in case anybody thinks I'm a guy. I mean, I can drop my voice really, really deep, but I don't really think it suits me.
It might be a bit of a strain to do that all the time too, young miss.
I think your accent comes out more when you deep your voice.
What accent?
What accent? Everybody's got an accent. Like, I've got a Scottish accent. He's got an accent. I don't know where the fuck that's from though.
I'm well travelled. It's quite mixed these days. I spent some time in New York. I spent some time in Scotland. I spent some time in all over the world. It's the perks of having a rich family, I suppose.
Mine's kind of fucked up too.
It's
I mean, my dad was Russian, my mum was American and Scottish, and I've been all over the world.
Accents are an interesting thing. For example, in the States, you have you got the I guess the east side of the states. There's you got the what's the voice called? It's a hospitality voice. It's a like Alabama and so on. They have that weird twinge to it, where California rednecks would sound very different to Alabama rednecks. Very different. It's all about the location and kind of people who are around.
Yep.
Everybody kind of ups their own accent at some point. It's interesting. It's an interesting thing indeed.
So, what accent would you say I have?
It sounds fairly American to me.
American? My father would be horrified.
I haven't been up this far in a while. I vaguely know where Palova is, but I haven't been this way. Wow, look at that bridge there. It's never seen it before. Oh.
What bridge?
The one right there, ahead of us.
Whoa!
To the island.
Yeah.
What's over there?
That's prison, I think.
It must be
Prison?
there must be the prison / asylum that those boys escaped from, perhaps. I'll be careful here.
Yeah. Was that?
Holy shit.
I'm getting migraines.
Has
Oh,
that been open?
I've never been up this far, so I couldn't tell you. See, there's some military things here. Perhaps we take a look. See.
Is that a really good idea?
It's like any other place out there. It's quite abandoned. Maybe a couple biters here and there.
Even is it contaminated?
I think. Pardon me. What do you mean by contaminated? Like the infections in the air still?
Well, when I stayed in Novi, there was a place called Starry right next to it, and people said it was contaminated with, like, radiation.
No. It's nothing like that at all. Nothing like that at all. Quite the headache.
I'm not going to. I do. Good thing you've got a mask on.
I see. Oh, geez. Let's get out of here, actually. I just noticed there's a bunch of corpses here. Oh. Oh, my lord.
Yeah.
This must have been a place where the military took care of the infected.
Help!
Yeah. Yep.
Aye. You bolted the door too now, did you? Just put it back on there.
Door up. Need a hand. If you just drop it, I'll get it. There you go.
Careful now.
Sorry.
Let's get out of it. There's tons of corpses laying everywhere here.
Yeah, that can be good for your health at all.
Rotting and, you know, what diseases they have. Close your door, ma'am, please. Miss.
I kind of can't.
Okay. Do it.
Sorry.
No worries. You have a strong pulse there, Mr. Alistair. Keep it up.
What?
I'm really sorry about the door. I didn't mean to.
It's all right. It's no worries.
You
Not a big deal. It's not the first time it's come off. It's kind of loosely on there.
No, that's fine. I kind of opened it and it just sort of fell off in my hand.
I think Max has done the same thing.
alright?
There's more corpses there.
All those fucking mass graves, man. The fuck happened?
Maybe they just killed all the prisoners to stop them from turning.
It's hard to say. It's the past now and it's the
Maybe
future
the
today.
time.
But it's probably an effort to keep the infection from spreading. Of course, it failed, as you can see today. The calamity that struck this world is quite dangerous indeed. What town is this one called right here? I believe Palovo is on the way to Zinagoras. It's a lot farther, I believe. It's probably unable to be a moment to get, or down to the Russian words sometimes don't come to me quite easily. Pavlovo. There we go.
Just think pavlova. You know the meringue dessert with all the fruit in that on
I never heard of it.
What?
it. You've never heard of pavlova?
Never heard of it before.
No.
Alright, well, it's a Russian dessert made by a Russian chef who had some lady come in. I think and he named it after her. He made a special dessert for her with meringue and mixed fruits.
Interesting. Kind of like a fruit cake. I believe I took the wrong turn by accident.
I'm actually surprised my dad didn't let me have that one. My parents were kind of a bit freakish about what I ate.
Are your parents still
Well,
around?
it's probably
young
because
miss?
it's loaded with sugar.
No, they're not.
Unfortunate. Sorry to hear that.
It's no great loss. They were assholes.
And you should celebrate, I suppose. I myself was not very close with my family. And family is where you make the connections.
Just a heads up. This is heading straight for an infected area.
I believe we have to drive past it in order to get to this trade post.
Oh shit. Okay.
Buckle up,
I'll
boys.
hold my breath.
And ma'am. I should be just fine.
You know, you could just call me kid or whatever the hell you want. Just not ma'am, because it sounds like man.
Usually I'm a bit more proper. It's just the way I was raised. It's hard for me to think of other words to use sometimes, young miss.
If anything happens, you've got a big seat back there to hide behind. So, to lay down on and these two to hide behind.
Sure, that makes me feel so much better. Whoa!
And if anything, I am packing a nice bit of heat over you are too, Mr. Alistair. We ain't come empty-handed.
Yeah.
So was it all quiet last night? Or did you have any more trouble from the creepy guy in the white?
Unfortunately, we lost a friend yesterday. One of our security guards, Mr. Wolf, his brother and him didn't get along too well, and unfortunately, I believe, from what it sounds like, his brother killed him, Mr. Wolf. And so now we're looking for the man. He's got a boyish, innocent voice, but he's clearly an adult. Softly spoken. When we find this man, I will capture him, and I will have my justice. Nobody steps on my feet and gets away with it.
Except the barbed wire, though, apparently.
No worries.
Bad place to get a breakdown, Mr. Waycrest.
Yes, I'm being extra careful. I see I clipped it barely. I hooked on.
I'm not saying a word. But it kind of explains why the windscreen smashed.
That was a unfortunate situation. Electro caused me to veer off the road with a couple biters and a mysterious stranger. But that is all done and said now. I believe this is the town. There's a battery in the road there. Looks like I might see some construction up there. A regular fence, perhaps.
Infected on the road.
It would seem to me that... one moment, I need to pull over. Mr. One second. One part of me. Hello? Hello? Hello?
This is just so much creepier now.
Yeah, it looks completely dead.
Hello? Can you hear me? Throw it down.
So we're here now?
Mr. Alistair, can you please drive? I return back to where we were. I am getting really bad headaches. One moment.
It's too bad these radios are fucked.
It's unfortunate that the camp there wasn't set up yet. I was hoping it would be ready. I heard whispers about it being set up already, but that is not the case.
Ew. Let's go. Ugh. Bean juice on my glove. Thanks for that.
Pardon me, pardon me.
That's fine.
It's a bit bumpy of a ride.
At least I don't get car sick. I used to get car sick when I was little.
Good thing that you're not car sick anymore.
Yeah, because you're sitting in the back.
It'd be unfortunate for my brand new suit and upholstery to get ruined. Getting the energy back.
Do you think there'll ever be an end to all this shit?
Eventually, I believe mankind will prevail as we have in the past. Merely a hiccup in the evolution of mankind.
This was an evolution. Did you listen to the broadcasts?
It's always evolution. We always evolve past, not the infection itself, but the involvement of humankind moving forward technology-wise, society-wise, and everything. It's just one small hiccup. It's just basically nothing more than a bad version of the Black Plague during the 1800s.
Yeah, the only difference is those that were infected with the Black Plague didn't come back to life.
Yeah. That's why my parents died. My father was convinced that he could cure it, that he could fix the world. He was in a bunker. I can't exactly remember where it was. But he, my mum, and a few other doctors and scientists were all in a bunker. They took me there just after the outbreak. He took his Ed into the base, against the wishes of the other people who stayed in the base. And he turned. And then after, my mother turned. Because she tried to help him too. Then after that, the people of the bunker turned against me. They kicked me out. You think I'm harsh? You should have met the other people at the bunker.
Yeah,
I
interesting.
did fuck all, and they wanted to kill me. Just because of what my parents had done.
Yeah, it's a bad way to go.
Unfortunately, people these days are...
Brutal as it is out here, you might have been safer out here than what you were in there.
Maybe. Who knows? I sure as hell ain't going back. Not that I could find back. I spent a little while wandering around, not having a clue where to go.
So, how was this? Same. I still can't read these fucking signposts. Have I passed
Neither
it?
can I.
Have I gone too
You're still on your
Where are
way.
you trying to get to?
Sure no.
far? Journal.
You're almost there. You're almost there.
Alright.
Dum.
Know any car songs, Mr. Waycrests?
Whoa!
Sorry about
Pardon me. One second. We just finished this other can of, this extra can of beans. I have a lovely bunch of coconuts. There they are, standing in the road. Big, one small, one some as big as your head. Give 'em a flick, give 'em a twist. That's what the showman said.
that. Very
Unfortunately, I'm not a musical type, but I do enjoy a good song here and there.
good. Oh, that was good enough. Am I taking a right here, or am I keeping going?
I can drive from here if you'd like.
Right. It's alright, you just relax.
And you get up here, take a left, because you need to be on the road, one road over.
Yep, and you see, I knew that. And I went right anyway.
Careful on putting your foot on the gas, because I think you're revving the engine a bit too hard.
She seems alright. Oh, beat it, you.
I'm matching down pretty hard on this video right now. I'm trying to make sure I have energy for the rest of the stream.
Okay, don't look out the back window.
What's out the back window?
Just looking backwards when you're traveling forwards in a car kind of makes you feel a bit sick.
All right, I enjoyed my can of beans, and I am well fed and full of energy now.
Yeah. Very good.
I know I really miss. It's a small thing. I don't usually eat that one heavily quite often, but I do miss a bit of KFC chicken back in the States. Kentucky Fried Chicken.
What is that?
It's just fried chicken and a ton of other really unhealthy foods, but they taste extremely, extremely good. You gotta blow the engine out
like
if you keep it in the red, Mr. Alistair.
Yeah, it's not even getting to the red.
Still not a good noise if you keep making that noise for the vehicle.
Well, I'm not getting any lights showing up.
Hey, just be careful. I just don't want this thing to be ruined. I'm sure you're doing just fine, Mr. Alistair.
Alright, so we're starting by the base again.
Yes, I'm gonna fill up supplies to trade to Mr. Wilson when we get a chance, and then we'll see from there if we can get some better guns for some more of the security guys.
Yep. Just gonna let it roll. Let it roll. And we can turn in.
Good thing we left the gate open, didn't we?
Yeah. Yep. No, I'm used to just closing stuff behind me. Anytime I wouldn't, my mum would be like, "Are you burning a barn, Alistair? Get that door shut." I'm like, "Fuck off." Alright.
I wish some of the other boys would be better at closing the doors around the den of vice. Sometimes they leave the doors wide open and people can just walk right in and take things.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened to our other car there?
That is a very good question.
Are you sure it's ours?
Oh yeah.
Also, the door's open.
Yep.
I'm gonna get out here.
Yeah, that's definitely ours.
Nothing's missing. I think one of our boys have maybe woken up and done a bit of work. Lock is not cut, I believe. It's just looks like one of our boys was doing some work.
Yeah, it's been opened.
They did leave the gates open. Wait, it was up there.
Hello, Mr. Waycrests. It's me, Topsy.
Topsy, was that you who opened the gate then to pull the car out? And who's that? Is that Walker?
Yes, sir. We've been running logs, Mr. Waycrests.
Good.
This place up and running.
Good work, good work.
Mr. Waycrests, we're not 100% sure what to do about this fence or this ladder right here.
We can just
awkward.
put it. We can probably just put it the wall right here to stop people from getting up the ladder.
Actually, I was thinking.
Still climb through.
What I was thinking, build a box around the back of it to the door, and then we still have access to the ladder, so we can use it for our own needs.
Yeah,
and perhaps
that's what I was gonna say, Tom C.
I'll show you what I mean.
Yeah.
I was worried for a second that was some stranger had broken into the base. All right, so we'll put like a wall about right here, come out, and have the wall follow around to the corner here, connect to this tower. This tower then will have a wall that connects all the way right here.
Sir, Mr.
Okay.
Waycrests.
Sounds like you're sort of building a castle.
We're turning this into a trade hub as well. We're expanding the space here. We're going to build some kiosks and some other things to be able to do some trading in, and we're getting it all prepared for the future. We've learned from the mistakes of Novi, where they have open borders, where everybody can walk in from any direction. And it's a joke when they try to kick somebody out, because they can walk back in from any direction. The checkpoints don't mean anything. Where here, we'll have a couple ways in, with doors and towers and people to man the towers to introduce. You know, people need to introduce themselves before entering the location, so we know who they are, and so it makes the place a little bit more secure.
Yay.
Oh, Lex, by the way, Max has you a house set up.